Welcome back to UNH. 8 minutes up on the board as we're set to start the second quarter of play here in the state semifinal game. It's Lebanon 11 and Manchester West 4. If your business might be interested in sponsoring the game of the week or advertising with us here at YCN, you can email info@ycnnow.com and we could send you a package. And tune in every week for Capital Connections, premiering Friday at 7:30 in the evening on WICU, now in HD on Comcast Channel 712. YCN visits the movers and shakers that affect politics and policies impacting the I-89 and I-91 corridors. That's Capital Connections, premiering Fridays at 7:30 in the evening on Comcast Channel HD 712. Lebanon basketball as we start the second quarter of play. Along with Jeremy Stout, I'm Dave Collins. Alex, our cameraman, up top. Greg down low. As Lebanon with an 11-4 lead. In the early stages here of this second quarter. Long three up and good. Milliken drains another one. And Lebanon up by double digits right now, 14-4.
It's a big three there for the Raiders after going up 11-0. It doesn't seem like a lot by giving up 4 straight points, but it almost felt like West trying to get some momentum back. And Milliken coming out of the quarter break and hitting his second three to go back up by 10.
Blue Knights finally taking their time, it seems, trying to set up their offense. They were very impatient in that first quarter. Of course, a lot of turnovers as well, so they didn't have any chances. Double team, kick it off. Burpee, 3-ball, right-hand side, no good. Does not follow up a shot. A bunch of maroon or Raider red jerseys and white jerseys in there. And now going coast to coast, throwing up a wild shot is Chickering. He gets fouled, and we'll see the first 2 free throw attempts of tonight's ball game coming with 7:03 to go in the second quarter, and Lebanon up 14-4.
Well, give credit to Graham Chickering. He was taking it all the way, no matter what was going to happen, and he put it up a little wild, as you said, but drew the contact, and he'll go to the line looking to extend this 10-point lead.
Manchester West with 5 team fouls, Lebanon with 3. Chickering, first foul shots at the line tonight for either team. First one is up and good. So now that lead is now 11 points, 15-4. Substitution here for the Blue Knights. As Kwani Tang, the freshman, steps out, and back into the ball game is Keenan Karen, the senior. Next one, up and good. The lead is a dozen for the Raiders right now with 7 minutes to play in the second quarter. Winner will fight for a state championship on Saturday. Lob to Descoto. Beyond the arc, left-hand side. Kicks it up top of the key, it's Karen. Now off to the right-hand side to Burpee, the junior. Nice bounce pass, give and go. Karen almost lost it, down low to a Cook. Just plant him right there, Jeremy. That's Manchester West's best attack right now. A Cook has shown that he sort of fumbles the basketball when he gets it away from the bucket. If they can find him down low, he can easily lay it up and in over the defense of Lebanon.
Yeah, if he's inside the circle and he gets it and keeps it above his shoulders,
yep.
If he gets it down below, he's going to get it stolen.
And now he whacks one away as Hansen tried to drive in, and a Cook says no way and knocks it out of bounds. Lebanon will retain possession. Yeah, that's where he's most effective right now, from shoulders and above, because no one can reach him. 3-ball, corner, good. Chickering hits another one for Lebanon. It's bombs away from beyond the arc, and Lebanon up 19-6 right now.
5 3-pointers hit so far for the Raiders, and Chickering coming out hot with all 5 of the 8 points in this second quarter for the Raiders.
Here's a 3-ball, is backing up with Simpson. That's off the mark, no good. Aaron with the offensive rebound, kicks it back out. Layup is good. The floater in the lane by Descoto, the senior, he is good.
Good rebound there by Karen. Good body control. He has 2 fouls. That was a little bit of a risky play, but he was able and tall enough to get the rebound without going over the back.
Nice backdoor cut, but Milliken couldn't hold on to it. Instead, gets it over to Whaley. He drives in. Layup rolls off the rim. No good. Battle for the loose ball, out of bounds. And they say last touch by Manchester West. Oh, so the Raiders are going to keep control.
Little bit of confusion there, and a Manchester West player could have easily gone to get it, but he thought it was going to be his ball. He let it go. And that's why a lot of times, if you have a chance to get it, just go grab it.
At the very least, you're going to get a cheer from one side of the stands. So Lebanon has the basketball. They're up 19-8, and a whistle and a traveling violation against the Raiders. I will say this, just at the start of the second quarter, Manchester West has calmed down on both ends, offensive and defensively. I'm not sure if they've necessarily made adjustments, but it seems like they're flowing a little bit better.
Well, that's true of anything when you come into a place where you've never been before in a big game. As we mentioned, Lebanon's been here. Some of the players have been here. Some of them, yes, are new. But this Manchester West team They play in front of bigger crowds a lot of times, but in this situation, not so much.
3-on-2 developing. Here's Chickering taking it to the hole. Left-handed layup is good for Lebanon, and they're up 21-8 with 5 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. Burpee with the basketball over the timeline. Keith Matty calling out signals. The coach on one knee for Lebanon right in front of you. Layup no good. Whistle and a foul though, and with 4:47 remaining here in the second quarter, the Blue Knights are going to get their first 2 foul shots. Danny Bryson is the coach, squatting down for the Manchester West Blue Knights. And the first 2 foul shots tonight here for Manchester West. First one up, rims out, no good. That's where you got to earn it back right there as Burpee misses the first one. Foul, by the way, was called against Hansen, his first.
Yeah, only his first. That's good considering he's going to be the one playing inside. He's come up big tonight a couple occasions. He wants to stay out of foul trouble.
Karen got the offensive rebound, tried to go back up with the layup. That one rims out, and here comes Lebanon once again. 5 fouls for Manchester West, 4 for Lebanon. Here's a turnover, West on the run. So what they like to do, run and gun, but instead Burpee will pull it back out, and Manchester West will try to set up a half-court offense right here.
Lebanon has done well at thwarting that fast break and really playing good transition defense, able to make them force a shot that they don't want to take, and right there you see the results. Lebanon with the rebound.
Cook tried to go up with a layup, no good. Lebanon grabs the rebound, and now the Raiders will call timeout. We've got a timeout on the court as well here in the semifinal matchup. 4 minutes, 16 seconds remaining second quarter. It's Lebanon 21, Manchester West 8. You're watching the game of the week here on YCN. We're back right after this. Welcome back to Lundholm Gymnasium here on the campus of UNH. Don't forget, at the end of the game, we will select the H.R. Clough Kearsarge Heating Oil Turning Up the Heat Player of the Game. 21-8, Lebanon on top of Manchester West. 4:16 remaining in the second quarter. Lebanon just called timeout, both teams with 4 remaining. And now, YCN has 2 HD channels to serve you with local programs and network affiliations. On WICX, you'll continue to find the great outdoor lifestyle network Outside Television. And on WICU, tune into Retro TV and all its great old-time shows. YCN is your local view. And don't forget, the Game of the Week premieres every week on WICU and HD on Comcast Channel 712. Wednesdays at 7:30, replays at 10:30 p.m. and on demand anytime. You can log on to ycnnow.com. That is ycnnow.com. So after the timeout called by the Raiders, they still have possession of the basketball. Little 2-on-2 trap defense in the backcourt by the Blue Knights right now. Lebanon breaks it maybe too easily, it seems.
Yeah, well, I don't think Manchester West expected to have to defend 5 ball handlers. And as you saw, Jake Hansen, the biggest guy on the court for this Lebanon team, he's only 6'2", but the biggest guy, he can handle the ball just fine. You don't want him bringing it up every time, but if they need to throw it to him to break the trap, as you just saw, he can do just fine. And as he handles it outside in the perimeter.
Oh, Milliken with a beautiful fake, his jump shot over a Cook, no good, but he grabs the offensive rebound. Good hustle right there by the Raiders, and the 5'9" junior Ryan Milliken, number 24.
And as you see them once again reset that offense, bring it out. KJ Matty trying to control the defense, and they're doing a good job just taking their time.
Here's Whaley in the lane. Layup is good, and he extends the Lebanon lead 23-8 with 3:18 remaining here in the second quarter at UNH. Here's Burpee, the junior. Baseline or foul line jump shot is up and good by Karen, the senior for Manchester West. And the Blue Knights are just sticking around. They're down by 13 points, but in no means is this a blowout so far. Here's a 3-ball. That's off the mark. No good. Battle for the rebound, and it's taken away by Karen for the Blue Knights.
Yeah, this West team is, as you mentioned, they're hanging around, down 13, trying to play them even, trying to take some time and make sure they don't force shots, don't turn the ball over, which they've done a much better job of in this second quarter. And a couple good shots go in, and they're right back in it.
Right-hand side here, Simpson lobbing it in. The layup is no good. Again, Karen misses another chippy. A Cook right there for the putback. That's off the back iron, no good. Still a battle for the rebound. Knocked out of bounds by Karen, and Lebanon will have it. 4, 5, maybe 6 chances for the Blue Knights right there.
There's a cover on that basket.
Yeah.
There's no way that those two guys down low with the height advantage should be missing those easy ones.
Maybe take a dribble and go up and try to slam it. At the very least, you might get hacked and go to the foul line. So here's Lebanon in transition the other way. Chickering with the basketball. Nice backdoor cut, layup by Hansen. Rolls off the rim, no good. And now the Blue Knights have an opportunity once again. 2:12 to go in the second quarter. They trail by 13. I think the objective right now for Manchester West, get their deficit under double digits before the buzzer at halftime.
Yeah, if they can get it to 6 points, that would be ideal, but at least under double, in single digits would be at bare minimum what they need to do.
Lots of contact as going to the bucket was Plord. No whistle though, and Lebanon comes away with it with 1:48 to go in the second quarter. And a nice reach in, but knocked out of bounds. Good defense by Plord. It'll be Lebanon's ball still. Out of the ball game is Simpson.
Looked like they could have called a foul there on Dominic Plord as he went in. He did tap the ball away, but it looks like he got a lot of the body of Chickering as we see him take a seat.
Back in is Roberge, the 5'11 senior, number 23, who gets the ball right away for Lebanon. Back to Milliken. Now Maddie. There is a ton of motion in this Lebanon offense. All players are moving at one time.
They're all moving, and as we said, they'll all five touch the ball in one possession, and that's not rare at all.
Here's Whaley with it as we're down to 1:26 to go in the second quarter. Lebanon looks like they're just playing keep away. And now Milliken is trying to toy, but he gets caught for the 5-second violation. He was trying to toy with Dominic Plord of Manchester West, but he didn't make a move to the basket. And the 5 seconds is called, 5 seconds stalling, and we go the other way.
And it looked like he was trying to motion to Roberge on the wing to get closer or to do some movement. He wanted to give it to him, but Roberge was standing there thinking he was going to make a move, and they turned the ball over. One of their very few turnovers of the game.
This seems as though, and you might know better than me, Jeremy, a very physically demanding offense for Lebanon. If you're constantly moving your feet and setting screens, it's not like you can just sit there and wait for the ball to come to you.
It will be interesting to see what happens as we get into the third quarter, second half, if they do get a little bit tired. But they do, as we mentioned, rotate 8 players. They can go 9 or 10 if they need to. So I think Coach Maddie is really happy with his staff right now.
Shot put up no good, but a whistle and a foul, and you can see right away Morton, the 6'2 senior, number 11, is standing by at the scorer's table for the Raiders to check in. Foul called against Lebanon, 45 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. That'll go against Milliken. His first, both teams with 5 fouls called against them. And Manchester West at the line to shoot 2. First one, back iron, no good. And Simpson missed the first one. He'll get one more. Milliken comes out. Morton checks back in for the Raiders. Lebanon 23, Manchester West 10, 45 seconds remaining. Second quarter, next foul shot is good. So now the lead is 12 for the Raiders. And Simpson comes out. Now somebody's got to come out, and that's Karen, who checks out for Manchester West.
Yeah, there's no need to have Karen on the floor and pick up his third foul in the last 40 seconds of the half.
Maddie with the basketball. Lebanon up by 12 with 32 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Morton with it. Now over to Roberge. Whaley now with the basketball. Foul line jump shot by Islander. Off the mark. No good. Flying in for the rebound, though, is Whaley, and kicks it back out. 18 seconds to play in the second quarter. Now a turnover by Lebanon. Manchester West on the run, and now they'll slow it back up. And with 12 seconds to go, see if they hold for the last shot here in the second quarter.
I don't think anyone realized that Whaley had the offensive rebound, and Lebanon was kind of already retreating.
Oh, nice move there by Burpee, but he hands it off to no one, and now Lebanon can't get a shot off at the buzzer, but they will go to the locker room with the lead of 12. It was all Lebanon in the first quarter. Manchester West tried to make a game of it here in the second quarter. We'll find out what remains in the final 16 minutes of this semifinal game here at UNH. Halftime, it's Lebanon 23 and Manchester West 11. We'll return right after these words. You are watching the YCN Game of the Week.